Hey guys, it's Jessie. So, I thought it was time for another book haul. Well, more of a collective book haul since I collected these books over the course of 2 months. So let's get started. So the first book I'm going to share with y'all is The Book of Broken Hearts by Sarah Auckland. Two sisters and brothers, and the older sister already went through a relationship with the brothers, I guess, and it turned out terrible. So she's kind of warned not to interact with the brothers, I guess. But she falls for one of the brothers. I think that's what this is about. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard it's about. But it sounds really good and I can't wait to read it. The next book is The Resolution of Callie and Caden by Jessica Sorensen, and I know this isn't the third book in this series because this series, it has different characters in it, so this is probably the 8th book in the series, but I'm just reading the series of Callie and Caden, so this is the 3rd book in the Callie and Caden series. So yeah. And since this is the 3rd book in the series, I don't know what it's about, and I'm not going to say because that's going to spoil the series. So yeah. The next book is The Kill Order by James Dashner, and this is the 4th book, and I believe it's a 5-book series. I'm not sure, so don't hold me to that. But since this is the 4th book in a series, I ain't gonna say anything about this. Obviously, I ruin it. But this is the prequel of what happened before The Maze Runner, I think. But it's also the 4th book in the series, so I guess it ties in somehow. The next book I'm sharing with y'all is Unhooked by Lisa Maxwell, and just going off of the title of the book and the picture, it seems like a Peter Pan retelling. And you know I'm a sucker for fairy tale retellings. I really want to get to this. I don't know, it just sounds really good. This is not the Neverland you know. So yeah, it is a Peter Pan retelling, and I am so stoked to read this actually. The next book is Blood, Ink, and Fire by Ashley Mansour. In this book, I believe it's about books are forbidden, which that's a terrifying world to live in. Imagine a world without books. Terrifying. In the future, books are a distant memory. The written word has been replaced by an ever-present stream of images known as verity. In the controlling dominion of the United Vales of Fel, reading is absolute and forbidden, and readers themselves cannot exist. But where others see images in the stream, teenager Noelle Hartley sees words. She's obsessed with what they mean, where they came from, and why they found her. Noelle's been keeping her dangerous fixation with words a secret, but on the night before her 17th birthday, a rare interruption in the string leads her to a mysterious volume linked in an underworld of rebel book lovers known as the Nine of the Rising. With the help of the Risers and the beguiling boy leader, Noelle discovers that the words within her are precious clues to the books of the earlier time. And as a child of their bookless age, she might be the world's last hope of bringing them back. Sounds intriguing. Jenna Showalter. I can never remember how to pronounce her name, even though it's so simple. This is the 3rd book in the Alice in Zombieland series, and of course, I can't say anything about it because it spoils. Yeah, I read the 2nd book, so I really want to get to reading this because if you know me, I'm a sucker for Alice in Wonderland books or retellings. Just look at my username, JESSYSWONDRLAND. Yeah. And following the last book, A Mad Zombie Party by Jenna Showalter, and this is the 4th book in the series. And I'm not sure if it's just a 4-book series or if there's going to be more, so yeah. But I hope there's more because I love this series. The next book I'm sharing with y'all is The Hair of the Sky by Amanda Sun. This book about a community that lives up in the sky, and I think she's a royal? Something important of the people that live in the sky, and she falls off the edge or something like that, I don't know. As heir to the kingdom, a floating continent, Callie has spent her life bound by limits, by her duties as a member of the royal family, by a forced betrothal to the son of a nobleman, and by the edge of the only world she's ever known, a small island hovering above a monster-ridden earth, long since inhabited by humans. She is the eternal flame of hope what's left of mankind, the wick and the wax burning in service for her, and for the re-revved phoenix, whose magic keeps them aloft. When Callie falls off the edge of her kingdom and miraculously survives, she is shocked to discover there are still humans on the earth. Determined to get home, Callie entrusts a rugged monster hunter named Griffin to guide her across a world overrun by Chimera? Storm dragons, basilics, and other terrifying creatures. But the more time she spends on Earth, the more dark truths she begins to uncover about her home in the sky, and the more results she is to start burning herself. It sounds really good. I never read a book like this, like what the story's about. It sounds really interesting. Kind of reminds me of Sky High in the way, but not. The next book is The Winter's Curse by Marie Rutowski. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. They were never meant to be together. As a general's daughter, 17-year-old Kestrel enjoys an extravagant and privileged life. Aaron has nothing but the clothes on his back. Then Kestrel makes an impulsive decision that binds Aaron to her. Though they try to fight it, they can't help but fall in love. In order to get together, they must betray their people. But to be loyal to their countries, they must betray each other. And the next book is Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. And yeah, bought it on impulse. Because if you can't tell, it's Alice in Wonderland retelling also. So of course I'm a sucker for it. Only queens with hearts can bleed. That is not the story of the Wonderland we know. Alice has not fallen down a rabbit hole. There is no all-knowing cat with a taunting smile. This is a wonderland where beneath each smile lies a secret. Each heart comes with a demand, and only prisoners tell the truth. Dinah is the princess who will one day reign over Wonderland. She has not yet seen the dark depths of her kingdom. She longs only for her father's approval and a future with the boy she loves. But when a betrayal breaks her heart and threatens her throne, she is launched into Wonderland's dangerous political game. Dinah must stay one step ahead of her cunning enemies, or she'll lose not just the crown, but her head. Evil is brewing in Wonderland, and maybe most frighteningly, in Dinah herself. Yeah. Like I said, Wonderland, I'm there. The next book I have here is The Vanishing Game by Kate K. Myers. The bond between twins is unmistakable for Jocelyn and Jack. That bond was all they had, but now Jack is dead. Then Jocelyn receives a letter from Jason December, Jack's old code name. Only one other person knows about Jason December, Noah, Jocelyn's childhood crush, but he isn't the one contacting Jocelyn. The two of them return to Seal House, the frightening foster home where they all live together. Seal House has more secrets than they could have imagined. Now it seems like Jack faked his death, and Jason's letters are cryptic clues leading to his whereabouts. But someone else is looking for him. Someone dangerous. Jocelyn and Noah must race to find Jack, that is, if he's alive. The next book I have here is The Lonesome Young by Lucy Connors. And I got this at half-price books. It was a sale, so why not? It's about a guy and a girl. They come from different families on a different side of the tracks. Or in love? I don't know, but I think it's somewhere like that. The next book I have here is Painless by S.A. Harrison, and also I got this from Half Price Books. And this is a book that is about bucket list. Meet a girl I really like. Get my driver's license. Live in my own apartment where nobody's watching me at all. Find my parents. Don't break any more bones. David Hart shouldn't even be alive now. He can't feel pain. He has scars for kids who have the kind of rare condition he has don't usually survive childhood. But at 17, David's beaten the odds. So far, at least. For his whole life, he's been protected and monitored, living by a careful set of rules. And then there's Luna, the nurse trainee who's been hired to keep an eye on him. David wants more than anything to live life on his own terms. But now the things he wants to live for have to do with Luna. The next book is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. And just by the cover and the title, it's a retelling of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And I hear a lot of great things about this book, and there's a whole series to it. So, you know I'm all about the fairy tale retelling, so of course I grabbed this. The next book I have here is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. And this is the second book in A Court of Thorns and Roses series, I believe. I'm not sure if this is a duology or if there's going to be another book in the series, but this is the second book in the series. I have no idea what this book's about, because I haven't read the Court of Thorns and Roses, and I don't want to spoil myself, but I hear a lot of great things about this book, and it's like a companion novel or the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I think it's a series, don't hold me to it, so of course I picked it up, because I know I'm going to love it anyways, because of course, again, it's a fairy tale retelling. I don't know what this one's about though, but yeah, I'm excited to get to it. This one's a big book. Yeah, exciting. The next book I have here is Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the first book in the Beautiful Creatures series, and I started to watch the movie and it was so enticing to me that I'm like, I want to read the series first, or at least the first book, because I don't know, I think they just stopped at the first book for a movie. So I want to read this and watch the movie and possibly read the whole series if I like it as much as what I saw in the movie. So yeah. And this book has been around for a long time, so I don't think I have to say what it's about. But I know it's about vampires and a girl with a curse, and she has like days ticking by to where she chooses the good or bad side of a vampire, and then there's the love interest of a boy, and it's like all takes place in like a southern state, like country accents. Oh, well, that's what I heard in the movie, so I'm guessing it's the same as in here, or maybe that's what they put the twist on in the movie. Who knows? But I'm excited to read it, and of course I got it from Half Price Books, so yeah, good deal. The second to last book I have here for y'all is The Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and this is the second book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. And since this is the second book in the series, I'm not going to say what that is, but the first book, Clockwork Angel, was so good. Oh my gosh. If you love steampunk, like, what is this? Olden days, like Victorian days, shadow hunters, British accents, you possibly might want to read this series. And the last book I have here for y'all is First Life by Jenna Showalter. And she's the author of Alice in Zombieland, so of course I picked this book up. Hello. Tenley Lockwood is an average 17-year-old girl who has spent the past 13 months locked inside the Prin Asylum. The reason? Not her obsession with numbers, but her refusal to let her parents choose where she'll live after she dies. There is an internal truth most of the world has come to accept. First life is merely a dress rehearsal, and real life begins after death. In the Everlife, two realms are in power, Torika and Mayrad. Longtime enemies and deadly rivals. Both will do anything to recruit Ten, including sending their top laboratories to lure her to their side. Soon, Ten finds herself on the run, caught in a wild tug-of-war between the two realms that will do anything to win the right to her soul. Who can she trust? And what if the realm she's drawn to isn't home to the boy she's falling for? She just has to stay alive long enough to make a decision. Sounds really interesting. The first life is a dress rehearsal, and after death is when real life begins. Ooh, sounds so dark and interesting. I can tell I'm gonna love it already. So that's it. That's my collective book haul. I hope you guys like all the books that I have presented to you because I am so excited about reading them. Oh my gosh. And just seeing them organized finally on my wall or on my bookshelf because it's been in a pile for over 2 months and I can't wait to see it on my bookshelf. It's gonna be so pretty. But yeah. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more videos by me. And I'll see you guys later. Bye! The second to last book I have here for y'all is Clockwork Pimp. Clockwork Pimp. That'd be interesting.